These are born-again bikies. They're riding Harleys to heaven.
Like you'd sort of like look at this as like a church on wheels.
It's the old story. The only person that understands prisoners are people who have been to prison.
This is the tribe of Judah, former bikie bad boys who are now more interested in angels than raising hell. This 4-day Bikies for Christ festival south of Brisbane is in its 4th year. Alcohol, drugs, weapons and bad attitudes are strictly prohibited. This is family fun, bikie style. The tribe of Judah started 12 years ago in the United States, after a bikie with the appropriate name of Ben Priest tried to end the pain of a life of crime and a 10-year drug habit.
I was going to commit suicide with a deliberate drug overdose, and the dope didn't kill me, didn't do anything to me, and I knew it was good dope, and it should have. And I ended up going to church. Somebody called me while I was sitting on the floor waiting to die, and told me, they said, you know, my name is so-and-so, and it was a girl I'd never heard of, and said, you need to go to church today. Jesus loves you.
It led to Priest starting the motorcycle ministry, which has now spread to a dozen countries. While other bikie groups deliberately live an outlaw life, this group is right at home in church. Australian President Terry Walker is himself a former heroin addict, massage parlour operator and armed robber who spent 2 stints in Melbourne jails.
I've done it all, you know, and just lived that life of crime for some time, and you have the police smashing your doors down and looking out over your shoulder for someone's going to blow your brains out and junk like that, you know. But I'm set free today, and that's what it's all about. And now we try to go into the places and say, listen, to those that'll listen, there's plenty of people that won't listen. But to those that'll listen, I go in there and say, listen, man, you know, you don't have to live that way. You don't have to go to the bottom like I went to the bottom, you know.
One of the longest serving converts from crime to Christ is Kevin Mad Dog Mudford, an independent evangelist who's been travelling Australia speaking at prisons for 14 years.
This sort of ministry here is geared for a particular type of person, really, and it works, you see. But if I was to take a half a dozen bikies or jailbirds into, say, the Anglican church and park them up the front up there, I mean, this is not my scene, you know. Yeah. So I think that the important thing is identification, and the important thing is that people understand that they need to be born again. They need to have Jesus in their life there. Then if they choose to want to go to an Anglican church or a Baptist church or a Catholic church or a Methodist church or a Presbyterian church, fine. I've got friends in all those places.
These former dope users say they still like to get high on Jesus. And that's a sales pitch to potential converts.
The high that you get from heroin and drugs only lasts a short time. The high that you get with Jesus when you invite him into your life lasts forever.
I've been high for 14 years because when I get a hold of the Bible, I meditate on it. And I get into my brain and I get into my spirit there. And simply this, that why drink Jack Daniels and have a big hangover when I can read the book of Daniels and the Bible there and wake up the next day feeling better about myself there, you see. That's the difference. I don't need the alcohol, I don't need the marijuana, I'm saving all this money, I have a clear head the next day, and I'm having a ball, you know, and I'm not getting locked up.